What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Boundless Perception YouTube channel. And today we are back talking about Pepakura. So you guys have seen me do lots of things with STL files and 3D printing, as actually my Ender 3 just finished up. But yes, I recently, really got big into 3D printing, but before 3D printing, I was using Pepakura to create files, well, not to create files, but to create cosplay. Specifically, if you guys saw my Warhammer, well, my Space Marine armor, that was all done using Pepakura along with Armorsmith. So I had somebody who was asking me exactly how I did that, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys today. So hopefully, if you guys are using Pepakura still and do not use 3D printing, this can make your cosplay process a lot easier. So hopefully that will help you out today. So let's jump into it. Alright guys, so the first thing you're going to want to do is open up Armorsmith. So let's just go to a new costume. I already have my avatar preset. You can see down here in the bottom right hand corner, I have all my values for my avatar. So this avatar is a pretty close representation of my actual body build. So, I did a whole talking about that before. I did a whole episode talking about that. So just enter in all of your values. And then once you do that, you're going to want to find a Pepakura file of the cosplay that you want to do. I am personally working on a Space Marine cosplay, so I'm going to go ahead and reopen that file and just show you guys how I, did a few of the things. So I still have left to do the arms and I still have left to do the legs. So I'm going to go over here, open this up for you guys. So actually what you want to do is not open the file, you want to import it, because for some reason if you just open it, it will not actually allow you to open the file. You will know that they are Pepakura files, so it's going to be a PDO file instead of an STL file. So let's just go ahead. I have left to do arms, so let's just go ahead and open that. And I still have left to do the legs. So leg, there we go. You will see over here in the right hand corner that the two files are now within Armorsmith. So let's just go ahead and start with the legs. I'm going to attach a costume part. Boom. I attach the knee right to the knee. As you can see, this is absolutely massive and it's just, way too long. So of course we're going to go ahead, click this button up right here, which is uniform scale, bring it down a bit. So bringing it down, I don't know, maybe around here. Then we're going to go up here to rotate, little rotate symbol. Turn that out a little bit. As you can see, it's still too far in the back, so we're going to go up here to the move and just keep playing around with this till we got it exactly the way we want, and it's on our body the way that we want it to be. I'm going to pull this out like that. There we go. You can see my foot down here is still lower than the part, so go ahead and lower that. Boom. That looks pretty good. Let's just go ahead and rotate it a little bit. There we go. So I have already created the torso piece, so I know approximately where this needs to go to interact with the torso piece. Honestly, this probably still needs to be a bit bigger, so it's somewhere around there is good. So right there you have it. Just like that, we've already attached our leg piece and scaled it to the size we need. Obviously, we just duplicate this for the other leg. That's what's so great about legs and arms. You don't have to do it twice. You can just duplicate it. So now that we have the right leg, well, that's actually the left leg. Yeah, now that we have the left leg, let's go up here. We're going to do the same thing for the arm. We're going to go to attach costume part. I like to attach it at the knee or at the elbow. That's what works for me, but you guys can feel free to attach it wherever you want. We're going to go ahead and rotate this over and bring it out a bit. Well, actually, yes, let's bring it down here. We're going to bring it out here, and that's about good. And then we're going to go ahead and scale it. Boom. Oops, somewhere around there. It looks a little big, actually. Let's bring that down a little bit. I'd say somewhere around there, because if you guys also saw, I still have my huge shoulder pieces that are going to have to go in here. So we actually want this to be a little bit smaller because the shoulders are monstrous. So I'd say maybe somewhere around there is going to work. We're gonna grab it again, bring it up. And I think we just go back to a bit larger. I think around there is good. All right, guys, so there you can see we have the arm and the leg are now basically scaled to fit on my body. Since I know they fit on this model, I know they're going to fit on my body. Now here comes actually the easy part. So actually it's easy, but it's tedious. What we're gonna do is go up here to the left-hand corner where it says pattern layout. Click on pattern layout and boom, let's make this a little bit bigger. All right, so you can see right here, we're working with the arm. I have already done this for the arm and the leg, but I will just show you guys exactly what I do. We're gonna scroll out here and you will see all these pieces. When you click a piece, it corresponds to a piece on the actual model. So this right here is corresponding to this, forearm piece right here. It wraps around the whole thing. So we know this is gonna fit, so obviously we have to print this and then cut it onto Eva Foam. But each of these pieces of paper corresponds to an actual sheet of paper, and as you can see, this will not fit. So we're gonna right click the piece of that model, go to join cut, then you'll see a green line appear. We'll click it, boom, and it's cut. We'll go back up here to the left-hand corner, hit move that piece out the way, right click on this, rotate, and there you have it. That is just a piece. That is just a piece of this actual forearm now. So this whole thing right here was the entire forearm, but now all we've done is chop off a piece of it so that it'll fit on a piece of paper. Right here, boom, corresponds to this on the forearm. This piece corresponds to that. If you're ever confused on where anything goes, you can right click on the piece, hit join cut, then just hover over a side. And this red arrow will come up and show you, if I can get on there, a red arrow will come up and show you that this piece connects to that one. So if we click this, double click it, double click, boom, it reattaches. So if you ever get confused on where something went, all you have to do is reattach it and that will tell you exactly where it goes. A few other things, let's go ahead and deattach this. Again, if you come down here to the right hand, well actually it's not in the right hand corner. If you come down here to the right hand corner, we can have show tabs. I do not want the tabs to show. So if you look at the model, there's no tabs on here now. And if we click it again, now there's these tabs. So let me just get a closer look for that. These tabs are used when you actually use the paper models to connect things, but I don't want them to show because I'm going to be turning this into foam and gluing the angles to each other, gluing the pieces to each other. And I just don't want the foam tabs to show because they're going to mess things up with your, calculations and mess things up with your scaling. I personally get rid of them because I don't want to have to get rid of them again when I actually print these pieces of paper. So we're going to go ahead and scroll out, and as you can see, we need to do all of these pieces. Every piece corresponds to a part. For example, though, we would not have to do this part because this is where your shoulder is going to be. So this right here, you can remove because you're going to be attaching only this part to your shoulder. So you have to use a bit of intuition and know that, hey, since I have these huge shoulders and this right here is basically representing your shoulder joint, you can remove that. And this is going to fit up here underneath the shoulder armor. Same thing like for the hands. It's up to you guys, but I'm probably not going to be using the hands as I'm going to be using something large like a hockey glove. I think that's what Pepakura said in his actual breakdown of how he created this. He used a hockey glove, so I would be using that instead. So using this method with Pepakura and Armorsmith, I was able to create things like this. I am probably 75% of the way done with the actual creation of this. I still have to paint, sand, bondo, fill, all that stuff, prime. but just the actual creation part. All I have left to do are the legs and the arms, which I am currently working on. I will show you guys that once it's actually done, once I print off everything and cut it, but that's literally how I went from a file to this. And like I said, again, it fits, as you guys can see. I made a bit of extra space in here so that I can put a fan and some lights and stuff for the eyes. So I made it a little bit larger, and also, you know, you don't want things to be exactly tight because, you know, something could go off, so you want a little bit of room for error. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Hopefully some of you guys found it useful. You will actually, you know, be using Pepakura to create a few of your cosplays. If not, you know, you'll jump over to my STL tutorials on how to use those and print things on your 3D printer. Thank you guys so much for checking out this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a comment below. Please like and subscribe. And until next time, stay boundless. See you guys. Bye-bye.